Welcome to the inaugural Pathology reading. I am Princess India. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, if you're family, welcome back, my friend. So hopefully by now, you guys have watched the introductory video explaining what pathology is and knowing where to get in, where you fit in the event that you missed that, skip that, or what have you. Or if you're just stumbling across my channel. Pathology is the new method for which I'm using to do my readings, and it's based on your life path number. We're not including the I can't talk right now. We're not including the double digits. We're just going 1 by 1 to 9. So in the event that you're an 11 or 22 or one that I've never met, a 33, then my 11s are going to resonate with 2s. My 22s are going to resonate with 4s. And my 33s are going to resonate with 6, right? But each one has an archetype. The purpose for the archetype is it's kind of like a grouping like a zodiac sign, but it's an entire personal development program that I developed based on these. And these readings are just a part of it. So starting in July, we're going by doing generals, like an overall overview for the month. In the extended, we go into a more in-depth, like practical application of the reading. So it's taking in account the energies that come up here and any additional messages that Spirit gives me to help you guys throughout the month. But of course, we're doing it within the month, but the lessons that come up, and specifically the things that come up in the extended, it's timeless information. I would say here too, depending on what it is that comes up, but the information that you get can be applied over the course of time, right? So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. One thing I can tell you guys from the extended that is of utmost importance to you is the eclipse in July. That's on the 2nd, I believe, in accordance with the new moon. It's really important to take that time during the new moon to set your intentions, and also taking into account what, sorry about the light, taking into account what I said in the video about Cancer season, where it's important now to do a life audit and a self-evaluation and just kind of look at where we've been for the last 6 months to a year, and kind of refreshing those goals that we had for 2019 and seeing how close we are to them, taking a gander at our well-being. In the event that you're interested in that, I have a self-evaluation on Vimeo, right? And I'll have that link below this. But other than that, the eclipse is what's going to be most important. And the reason for that is because my alchemists and the other signs and life paths that I have in the description box below that may resonate with this reading, Aries being one of those signs, you guys are going to be feeling like healing sickness, because it's like the major energetic shifts that we're going to be going through in July with, you know, the moons, the eclipse, the retrograde, and all of that. Those of you who are empathic and very highly sensitive, you guys are going to be feeling that in a major way. And I just want to give you a heads up so you don't think that you're like coming down with something. I mean, if you're literally coming down with something, go to the doctor. But I mean, it's just feeling kind of achy. You guys may feel like a, you know, mini little cold or something along those lines, or just feel like a really heavy energy. So the thing that's super duper important this month is making sure you guys are eating right, drinking a lot of water. I always suggest alkaline water because it's delicious. But drinking a lot of water and making sure that you're getting your rest, right? And then there's also like an aura of stillness that is coming up in you guys reading as well. So enough of that. Let me go ahead and jump in. So we have the Ace of Cups as our little situational energy and whatnot or whatever. But I'm feeling that more as like the high vibrational form of love. The challenge this month, ooh, and that came up and you guys extended too. We have the third eye, the third eye, the crown chakra. Good Lord, I'm looking at the word crown. But that came up in the extended too. Like, how can I put this? The situation and challenge that's going to be the biggest for you guys in July is going to be to see past any upheaval that happens or anything that's removed out of your life this month. So the challenge is going to be really keeping hope, because of course with us having the Tower and this being in you guys' emotional challenge position, it's going to be staying the course, like hoping against hope and having faith in a situation where things may be less than ideal. It's going to be super important for you guys to be attuned to your intuition. And this is so on point because this is all the stuff that came up in you guys extended. It's just the importance of self-mastery, meditation, and presence, right? So with the seventh chakra falling in the position of what you guys' guidance is, it's going to be so important to listen to any guidance that you guys are getting from Spirit this month. Because the thing is, overall, the situation is getting you guys to an emotional new beginning, right? Now, situationally, that can manifest in a myriad of different ways. It could be a new love relationship. It could be a new job. It could be aligning with your purpose, something that's more fulfilling. But the key is not allowing what challenges you guys endure in the month of July to take you off point from this new beginning you guys are desiring. Because I feel like right now, because I'm recording this in July, in June, what is today? I think today's the 22nd. So I'm recording this on the 22nd of June for July. And I feel like the energy that you guys have now is the fact that you're sensing, like intuitively, you're feeling this Ace of Cups. And it's an optimism about that. But this is more or less a heads up, because a lot of times when we sense energies that are coming, we will think, despite, what life has taught us, that it's just going to come and it's just going to be here, right? You may have even seen like the first fruits of it, right? Like signs of a new beginning. But it's more or less, this falls into my whole is not is paradigm, where when you're calling something new into your life, the is not has to manifest first. So of course the Tower is in your highest good, but it's just when you're in it and you're looking at it from a subjective standpoint, it's something that can thrust you into losing hope, because you're like, oh my gosh, it felt like stuff was changing and I thought stuff was changing and it looks like everything is going back to the way that it was. And all of this is coming up to tell you not to, right? So in spite of what it is that happens, any type of disruption that occurs, the purpose of it is to eclipse out anything that's not in your highest good, those things that are blocking you and holding you back, so you can rebuild on a foundation that's more in alignment with you, that's more authentic to your truth. But in order for you guys to make it through this challenge, it's going to require you to be in tuned, right, with Spirit and taking care of yourself as a priority. Yes. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. That's interesting, man. Because I don't know why. It's like I'm looking at this, the Ace of Cups over here, and I kept seeing like the Four of Cups. And this is like me seeing the Four of Cups on the Ace of Cups. And it's like, okay, this in-between stuck kind of energy. But it's like your advice is to open yourself up. It's opening yourself up to a new perspective, opening yourself up to a new truth about yourself, to open yourself up to a new path, to new people, to new period, right? Because what I'm kind of seeing is it's a desire for new, and I'm seeing it like my term monkey bar, right? It's trying to hold on to the old and swing to the new because it gives you a sense of security. But the thing is, it's more or less, if that's not released, it's going to kind of be yanked out. But the perk is the fact that you're going to be clinging on to the new. So even though this, whatever this is symbolizing for you guys, with that kind of being snatched away, it may be a shock, like you didn't expect it, but it's not going to be something that's going to completely turn your life upside down. But all of this is happening in a sense for you guys to be more receptive to change. because it feels to me almost as if you all got stuck in a pattern or a certain way of doing things, or at a certain job, being in a certain relationship that wasn't necessarily for your highest good, or was no longer serving you, you know what I mean? Or just getting out of balance. It's putting too much energy in one particular area or on one particular person and not counterbalancing that with the opposing energy, right? So it's with this Tower, allowing yourself to trust spirit and to release, right? To not fall into the energy of resistance. Whoa. Ha, and look at that. There you are, my little alchemist with the magician. And then we have the release card. Yeah, dude, here's the thing. All of this is working in your highest good because it's taking off the old self, or taking off the old man, you know? Taking off the old wine skins, you know? So you can put new wine in new wine skins and things of the sort. I've been waiting to do that. But nah, man, you guys are manifesting a new beginning. And this is a lot like what I said in the collective message. It's more or less spirit meeting you guys halfway. It's just important to note, to stay in the mindset that everything that occurs this month is in service to you, because it's attempting to peel away old facets of yourself that are no longer serving you, so a transformed, renewed version of yourself can be rebirthed. And what we're talking about here, this is like the perfect two cards to end with you guys' potential, because this, in essence, with the magician, like you guys showing up in your own reading, and with this, with the death card showing up, this is all about what the extended is about. It's pretty much like a step-by-step guide of you guys aligning with this new truth, this new manifested version of yourself, and giving you the tips and tricks and the methods and tools in order to do that. So what it's looking like for me, it's a major cycle in you guys' lives is ending. But it's like what's being birthed out of this is magnanimous. It's, in essence, when I say metamorphosis, it's a personal metamorphosis, an alchemical transformation, if you will. The alchemist is alchemizing itself. I don't really think alchemizing is a word. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But we're going to throw the dice of resonance. It's something else I wanted to tell y'all in reference to this, though. What was it? It's something about your transformation. I don't remember. Hopefully it'll come back to me. It's something about you guys manifesting something. What is it? I don't remember. Dagnabbit. I guess I wasn't supposed to say it. Maybe it'll come back to me as I throw these. So anywho, y'all remember the dice of resonance. We know that ain't gonna change, and things and what's not on what's not. Whoa. Or maybe, wait, I'm going to use my toes as fingers, and you're not going to judge me, right? Right. Don't look at me. Okay, we're going to pretend like that didn't happen. Okay, sure. Right. If you want to ask a yes or no question, go ahead and formulate that now. If you want to pause me, that's cool. But we're going to toss this out, and then we're going to throw out my China dice that I got. My little oracle dice. Man, it was something else I wanted to tell y'all. So, oh, that's what it was. Thank you, Spirit. I was like, man, the thing that I wanted to tell you guys in reference to this transformation is the importance of using the butterfly as a symbol, right? It's the fact that the DNA structure of a caterpillar and a butterfly, two different types of DNA, right? So when the butterfly goes into the chrysalis, what comes out is a completely new, transformed being, right? And I'm not trying to be extra, even though I'm extra a lot, but I'm not trying to be extra. But what I see for you guys, everybody who falls under the life path 1, the alchemist archetype, this is a truly profound, like life-altering shift that I see coming for you all. And I'm not saying that in an exaggerated way, but it's teaching everyone that resonates with this how to operate at a higher state of being. Like, it's really an evolution in consciousness. And I think it's beautiful that you guys get to go through this evolution in consciousness, like collectively, because it's like energetically, all of us, like the whole sphere that we're in, is going through a major upgrade. And you guys are like the trailblazers or the forerunners of this upgrade. And I feel, speaking purpose-wise, the reason why it's so important for you guys to learn this lesson and how to handle situations like this is because you guys are going to be catalysts in teaching other people how to do this, how to transform in this way. That's why it's so important that despite whatever this tower manifests as, right, to keep your mind and your heart fixated on what it is you know to be true despite the circumstances. Okay? That's what I had to say. So now we're throwing out the dice of resonance. All right. We got Pisces. It's one of those signs I have listed. We have Virgo. We have Rising. The answer to your question is yes. And we have Friend. So Pisces, Virgo, Rising, yes, and Friend. And now we're going to throw the other dice. All right, let's see. Is that Chiron? We have Aquarius, the number 12, and I think that's, no, or is that Mercury? I don't know, one of them. But the funny thing with this is, I have a list of signs that should already resonate with this, because there's like zodiac signs that align with, you know, life path numbers, and Pisces and Aquarius are one of those two signs. So that's interesting. So anywho, let's see. Oh no, that's Pluto. All right, let's see what we have to say about Pluto. Oh, that's one of those special planets. Oh, man, this is really good. Okay. Because this is like an oracle that I made based on my new dice on the planets, right? So if ever Pluto, Neptune, or Uranus comes up, that means that the main themes that the person who resonates with this reading, it's ascension to the golden aura, that of which we see here, right? The golden aura, Christ consciousness, or unconditional love, agape love, which is the highest vibration of love, which is like love, you know, equals God, like synonymous, right? And this is the message that I give before we go to the specific planet. And it says, you're being challenged to become more than human. It's a call for change and growth in our consciousness. Your motivations are shifting from personal to spiritual. Man, this is so dope. Wow, okay. The pilot of your soul's evolution, drive, or desire is attracting outer events and situations into your life that reflect the inner needs. These provide the stepping stones for your spiritual growth. So whatever this tower is in your highest good, my friend. Okay, I'm super excited. Oh gosh. I love like when things are in alignment and confirmation. So anywho, Pluto, the spiritual ambassador. The challenge is to become more than human. Commitment to the alchemical path, oh my gosh, of self-transformation, purging oneself of ego-based desires, unhealthy attachments, and awareness of one's motives that block this transformation. Oh my goodness. Dude, this extended about to be lit. Okay, so number 12. Let's see, Heather. Divine timing. And the hangman is of utmost importance. So these are archetypes that you guys can use, right, as either focal points for meditation or things you want to research. And we have the emperor and the hanged man. And The number 4 is also important, which is coming up a lot. Okay, anyway. Divine timing. Are you happy with what you've created? Spiritual lessons, blocks, and ending cycles. Time for inner work to identify lessons of this cycle. And lessons of the cycle are notified or noted by repeating patterns. So whenever you see repeating patterns in your life, that's a sign that a spiritual lesson needs to be learned. Man, if that ain't confirmation, I don't know what is. But anyway, Alchemist people, that has been your July reading. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. But now we're going to go over to the Healing Lounge on Vimeo, and we're going to look at all of our tangible, practical application steps and tips and all this stuff, because Spirit gave me a whole bunch of stuff to give y'all, including 2 stories, a song, and a book. So meet me over on Vimeo if you're about that life. If not, I love your freaking face. I will see you guys sooner than later. Deuces.